So in previous class, we have seen the budgeting of the resources, material and manpower, and also we have seen the examples how to find out the cost of the manpower and the material in the previous class. That video also I have shared to you, so you can uh, benefit from it. In today's lecture, we will see the planning and organizing at the supervisory level. This is our course outcome. And the unit outcome is the process of organization of the human resources required at the shop floor. Also, uh, in another section, we will see the, the process of organization of physical resources required at shop floor and their layout. So that we will see today. First, we'll start with the planning and organizing supervisory level, that the process of organization of the human resources required at the shop floor. So in this we can see organizing of human resources at shop floor, the role of supervisors in organizing human resources at the shop floor. There is famous clause is that when being organized is being controlled. So if there is a organized way we will do the layout, or we will arrange the persons for the material or the machines, so that will uh, called as the organized in the proper way. And if there is the proper way organization, then only the work will be under control. We will see one by one. We have already looked in the manpower planning and budgeting. Okay, it is already done. The requirement of manpower at shop floor is dynamic. That is, it changes according to the production plan and the required participation of different and section in the execution of those planned activities. तो जैसा हमारा काम होगा वैसे हमको मेन पावर लगेगा, and it is dynamic in nature. Why it is dynamic? Because the requirements are changing regularly. That's why it is called as dynamic. The requirement of manpower at the shop floor is, that's why it is called as dynamic, because it changes according the production plan, according to the requirement of the production. Also, manpower requirement projection are to be created by section heads with the help of supervisors on daily, weekly or monthly basis, and that is to be submitted to department head. He in turn will integrate in the department requirements and send it to the production head. So we see that there are many supervisor, and over that all supervisor, the department head is there, and the requirement of manpower as per the uh, production or as per the product we are uh, find out on daily basis or on the weekly basis or on the monthly basis, and then we will require the requirement of manpower is submitted to the your supervisor, to the head and then production head, and then the allotment is done from the top level management. Okay, so this is the manpower requirement. How can we, the production head can segregate and aggregate this demand on the basis of skill set required and send final demand to HR head hire. Definitely, the hiring of the or employment of the workers, it is the part of your HR, human resource manager. So the final requirement is sent to the HR manager as per the skill set, as per the distribution of skill set, and the requirement is, our demand is sent to the HR head. And it is the duty of all heads and the supervisor to train workers from multitasking so that the flexibility is created and same workforce can be utilized at different operations, है ना। इसका मतलब क्या हो गया कि हमारे पास जो वर्कर ऑलरेडी काम कर रहे हैं उनको मल्टीटास्किंग अगर है तो हमको बार बार मेन पावर चेंज करने की जरूरत नहीं, उन्हीं को हम एक काम से दूसरे काम में यूटिलाइज कर सकते हैं। जैसे कि अगर कंस्ट्रक्शन इंडस्ट्री में देखें कि आप देखते हैं कि स्टील बांधने वाले अलग हैं, शटरिंग करने वाले अलग होते हैं, और ब्रिक लेइंग मेसन दे आर डिफरेंट, प्लास्टर करने वाले अलग होते हैं, है ना। तो सो डैट दो ऑल आर द डिफरेंट, है ना। तो हमको अलग अलग टाइम में लगते हैं तो हम लोग अलग अलग कॉन्ट्रैक्टर को अपॉइंट करते हैं। लेकिन if under one supervisor, if all the workers are there, then we appoint to them। या फिर शटरिंग वाले को स्टील का काम भी आता है तो टास्क विल बी इजी, आपको बार बार मैन पावर शफल करने की जरूरत नहीं। तो ऐसे मल्टीटास्किंग अगर लेबर अगर अपॉइंट करते हैं तो हमको ये बेनिफिशियल है, बार बार हायरिंग करने की जरूरत नहीं। द फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी कैन आल्सो बी क्रिएटेड हैविंग कॉन्ट्रैक्चुअल लेबर। इसके मैंने बताया कि हम कॉन्ट्रैक्चुअल लेबर अगर अपॉइंट करते हैं, अलग अलग काम करने वाले कॉन्ट्रैक्टर को अपॉइंट करते हैं, दे विल वर्क देयर पार्ट एंड दे विल लीव, देन कम द सेकंड contract what their work they will continue and they will leave। So likewise on contract basis you can appoint the laborers at your place। Then the role of supervisor in organization human resources at shop floor, supervisor has to carry out following important activities one by one you will see for organizing the human resources। The human resources are nothing but the workers, supervisors, managers, etc. But here we are talking at the shop floor, so definitely we need a worker. So assign a job and task to the various workers and instruct them for day-to-day activity। So it is the duty of supervisor। Create and maintain safe working condition, look into safety and health of worker। तो ये भी उसको सुपरवाइजर को देखना जरूरी है that they should create and maintain a safe working condition and look into safety and health of the worker। Okay, it is very important part to avoid the accident at the workplace। Act as a link and communicate between the management and the worker। So basically the supervisor is the link in between the worker and the management। Pass on the instructions received from the top and immediate manager। तो डेफिनेटली जो इंस्ट्रक्शन उनको मिलती है ड्यूरिंग द वर्क दैट शुड बी पास्ड एंड ओके। Then try to resolve the grievances and problem of the workers at his level or report them at the higher level। प्रॉब्लम है कोई वर्कर्स का कोई डिफिकल्टी है, दैट शुड बी रिजॉल्व बाय द सुपरवाइजर। अगर उससे रिजॉल्व नहीं होता है दैट शुड बी फॉरवर्डेड टू द अपर लेवल मैनेजमेंट। Try to resolve the grievances he will try to resolve at supervisory level only, and then if it is not in his hand and he is not able to make a decision, then he will report to at the higher level, and then the problem is resolved through the communication of the supervisor। Is also the role of supervisor in organizing human or HR। The provide necessary training to the workers on the job arrangement, they attend other training program arranged by the company। अब हमने स्किल्ड लेबर है लेकिन कोई अलग प्रोडक्ट है या फिर अगर मशीनरीज है, कुछ नया टूल्स है, नई मशीनरीज हमने लगाए, तो इसकी ट्रेनिंग हमको देना जरूरी है। कौन? सुपरवाइजर को। एंड अदरवाइज इफ ही इज नॉट एबल टू गिव द ट्रेनिंग, तो जहाँ से हमने मशीन लिया है, जो उनके ट्रेंड पर्सन है, दे विल कम एंड दे विल ट्रेन द कंपनी वर्कर्स। दैट शुड बी अरेंजमेंट डन बाय द supervisor in the organization. Then create a spirit of teamwork among them and motivate them by taking the lead. सुपरवाइजर का ये भी काम है कि टीम वर्क शुड बी assured and the worker will work in the harmony. See the rules and regulation are to be followed. Disciplinary action is initiated required. तो अगर हम डेफिनेटली यू आर वर्किंग, यू हैव सर्टेन रोल कि भाई ये यूनिफॉर्म पहन के जाना है, अकाउंट शुड बी देयर, यू हैव विद सेफ्टी गॉगल्स, you have with the self safety helmet, you have with safety belts and safety shoes, all this should be here. You will come at sharp 9 a.m. or 8 a.m. and you have to do your work regularly, otherwise the disciplinary action against the worker will be taken. So definitely this is the job at the shop floor. The workers are done. Workers are under the supervisor. The role of supervisor to watch the workers and why they are following the policies of the company or the organization. And if they are not following, then the disciplinary action is initiated against them. Prepare periodical report about the performance of the worker and their section. तो ये भी काम है सुपरवाइजर का कि वो डे टू डे बेसिस पे या वीकली बेसिस पे या मंथली बेसिस पे ये वर्कर्स के पीरियोडिकल रिपोर्ट्स बनाए, बिकॉज each person, they are not working with the same speed, with the same motivation. It is different for the different person. So all these reports should be generated by the your at the floor level. Then in section 2 we will see the process of organization of physical resources and required at the shop floor layout. तो शॉप फ्लोर लेआउट में हमको जो फिजिकल रिसोर्सेज रहते हैं उसका ऑर्गेनाइजेशन फॉर एवरी मीटिंग एस्पेक्ट इन ऑर्गेनाइजेशन एंड ओवर इज अर्ड। तो इट मीन्स दैट कि अगर हम हर मिनट पर कुछ सोचते हैं नई थिंग, तो वी कैन अर्न लॉट ऑफ, बिकॉज इफ द work is going on the organized manner, then your production will be boosted up. Also, if the your work in the subsequent manner, then the process will be easy and the flow will be good, and then your work will be your output will be very good. So that should be maintained at the shop floor, and that is the role of supervisor in arranging the physical resources and shop floor. Then the consideration for production space layout, किस तरह आपका वर्क होगा, that layout is also sometimes it is discussed with the supervisor for finalizing the such layout, because on the shop floor he has to manage all the activity. Then objective of shop floor layout and the typical production space layout you can see one by one. The role of supervising arranging the physical resources at shop floor. So resources, there are various physical resources like labor and benefits and plant and machineries, raw materials, and the personal protective equipments utilized like water, power, and gas system, etc., required to carry out at manufacturing activity apart from human resources. तो शॉप फ्लोर में सब ये सब काम उनको मैनेज करना, रिसोर्सेज लेबर है, आपका प्लांट है, आपकी मशीनरीज है, रॉ मटेरियल है, टूल्स है, और प्रोटेक्टिव इक्विपमेंट्स हैं, सेफ्टी इक्विपमेंट्स हैं, और यूटिलिटीज लाइक वाटर, पावर, gas, steam, etc. we required at the shop floor for the manufacturing of the your uh, product. Okay, so there are different activities apart from the human resources at the shop floor, and that all should be arranged physically in a such manner that there should not be any traffic, there should not be accident, there should not be uh, mixing of work. Okay, so that should be take care. Human resources and physical resources have to come together to carry out any manufacturing activity. They are mutually inclusive. तो डेफिनेटली कि ह्यूमन बीइंग ही प्लांट और मशीनरी को चलाते हैं, स्टोर से सामान आपको जो देंगे, दे आर ह्यूमन बीइंग and they are interlinked with, and they are working together with the physical resources, and then the manufacturing activity is carried out. As far as the arrangement of fixed assets like uh, plant and machinery utilities in concerned, section head and supervisor have very little role or no role to play. So this arrangement of the fixed assets है ना, जनरली बिल्डिंग्स है, मशीनरीज है, प्लांट्स है, they are fixed assets and they should be in a proper manage or properly layout so that there should not be trafficking or disturbance or the mixing of work. They can have a role of some extent in material planning and budgeting as well as purchase of tools, hardware, and PPE, that is personal protective equipment, material budgeting. तो रोल ऑफ सुपरवाइजर इन अरेंजिंग फिजिकल रिसोर्सेज, अगर हम देखें सॉफ्टवेयर में बजटिंग का पार्ट हम लोग ने पहले ही देख चुका, मटेरियल प्लानिंग का पार्ट भी हम लोग पहले देख चुके. ऑल्सो द परचेस ऑफ टूल्स, हार्डवेयर रिक्वायर्ड फॉर मेंटेनेंस, also the safety precaution to be taken, all this work are under the supervisor. They can generate and provide required data for MRP and ERP system. So there are systems to manage the work, and that system, that is material requirement planning, that is MRP, or the enterprise resource planning systems are uh, available, and by use of that system, MRP or ERP system, you can manage your work or requirements at the software. Their major role is in utilization and maintenance of machines, tools, utilities, etc., and convert raw material into products. So at this shop floor, you have to, the major role of supervisor is to utilize utilization and maintenance of machineries, tools, utilities to convert the raw material into a final product. So this is nothing but done at the shop floor, and they are responsible for upkeep of the shop floor for its readiness and cleanliness also. Similarly, at the same time, he will look after the always the machine in the working condition or layout in such manner that there should not be dumping of the scrap or wastages, so that it is hamper the movement of the uh, human being and the product. So that should be avoided. So they are responsible for that also, to keep of the readiness and the cleanliness of your software. Okay, so these are the roles of your uh, uh, supervisor. Then physical arrangement of the resources at shop floor, it means the layouts. यानी इसका मतलब क्या हो गया कि how you will do the arrangements of the machineries, plants, and storage of raw materials, etc., and prepare a good floor layout so that your work will not be hampered. So there are no such standard or generic shop floor layout. They are different for every manufacturing, assembling or process facility, है ना? और शॉप फ्लोर लेआउट अगर हम बोलेंगे कि एक वर्कशॉप है, उसमें लेथ मशीन लगती है, आपकी सीएनसी मशीन लगती है, और कटिंग इक्विपमेंट लगते हैं, वेल्डिंग इक्विपमेंट लगते हैं, देयर layout will be different than the construction industry, then the your precast industry, then your ready mix plant, then your textile industry. All these process are different. हर एक के लिए हम एक जैसा लेआउट दे सकते हैं क्या? That is not possible. Okay, because their purpose are different, their products are different, their raw materials are different, human resources requirements are different. So we cannot make any standard or generic shop floor layout. एक जनरल टाइप का शॉप फ्लोर लेआउट हम नहीं प्रोवाइड कर सकते, ना कोई स्टैंडर्ड उसके लिए हम बना सकते, क्योंकि हर एक के लिए अपना अलग स्टैंडर्ड होगा. हर कंपनी, हर टाइप ऑफ कंपनी के लिए एक अलग standard hoga, and their arrangement at the shop floors are different. Types of products or the process decide the layout of the shop floor. जैसे कि मैंने बताया कि क्या आप बना रहे हो, क्या आपका काम है, वो डिसाइड करता है कि शॉप फ्लोर का लेआउट आपका किस तरह होगा, बेस्ड ऑन दैट प्रोडक्ट you are producing, based on that your type of products and process which will decide the layout at the shop floor. Now the physical arrangement of the resources at the shop floor layout. क्या क्या चाहिए हमको फिजिकल रिसोर्सेज शॉप फ्लोर पर अरेंजमेंट करने के लिए? तो शॉप फ्लोर इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर मेनली इंक्लूड्स द फॉलोइंग थिंग्स. उसमें ये सब है. सबसे पहले तो शॉप फ्लोर बिल्डिंग. बिल्डिंग कितनी बड़ी, कितने साइज की, क्या हाइट होना चाहिए कि वर्क हमारा इजीली हो, है ना? बहुत कंजेस्टेड अगर हम लोग रखते हैं तो हमारा वर्क डिस्टर्ब होता है, एंड it will affect the product or delay in the production also it may cause. So there should be enough space for working and for the movement of the worker, for the movement of the tools and machineries and equipments required for the maintenance. So all these should be taken into account while considering the building size or floor size of the building. In the building, whatever the floor size for the shop floor required, you should do on the floor. Open space outside the building for storage yard, space for ancillary devices, because we need many such devices or many sub machineries to unload and loading and unloading of the material, and then transferring of the material into the store, and then delivery of the material from the store, then cutting section and production section, and then the packaging section, etc. And this should be, therefore, you can say the building floor should be decided like this. Then open space outside we need for storage of the raw materials or the goods coming from the transportation, we will unload there. Then electrical cabling, housing utility lines and fans, because we need uh, electricity for running of our machineries, and then a separate room should be there for electricity, and it should be away from the main production unit, those that in case of any problem, so it will not affect the other regions. Lighting arrangement. So lighting arrangement is also very important. Natural light अगर है तो it is very good for working, है ना? Otherwise, if natural light is not there, you have to provide the artificial lighting, and that should uh, be proper way, so that it will not hamper the manpower health. Also, their work should be efficiently if the proper lighting arrangements are there. मैनुअल एंड ऑटोमेटिक मटेरियल हैंडलिंग इक्विपमेंट. तो किस तरह मशीन पे काम करना है, कैसे काम करना है, क्या बायलॉज है, क्या आपको फ्लो डायग्राम किस तरह फॉलो करना है, what is the flow of your production of your product. All these things, the manual are provided to the workers. Also, the guidelines or training should be done. Then the proper drainage system should be there so that they will not hamper the uh, movement of your worker and the machineries, etc. Waste management system also, it is very important. Waste management system. Definitely, if you are producing something, there are a number of wastages in terms of maybe the physical, maybe the chemical, maybe the biological impact of the waste, and that should be maintained uh, to avoid the environmental impact. Safety devices such as your fire extinguisher, alarm, etc. should be there. Safety devices is very important because the human life is very important rather than the small utility tools or safety tools. So if you are working on the floor where there is water or is there oil is there, then you should wear a safety shoes. Falling of heavy material may be at your feet, so safety shoes will protect you. Also, in case of if there is uh, risk of fire, then at proper places there should be fire extinguisher and the alarm system so that if it come to know that there is fire in the factory and everyone should be alert and the precaution should be taken or to avoid this uh, fire, etc. Okay, this facility can also have lunch room, restroom, cooking area. Other than above facilities, we should provide the workers with the lunch room, their restroom, and then many people nowadays they are smoking. Their smoking area should be different because someone is smoking and many people they are not smoking. Then it will hamper their health. So that the separate place for smoking should be there. Then what you should consider for preparing the production space layout. So the adequate production space on a shop floor avoids crowding and cluttering as well as limits on potential damage which might happen due to accident. So definitely crowding or trafficking you can say or movement of the machineries, tools and manpower will hamper a proper layout will be there. So what is the requirement? The shop floor infrastructure should be designed by considering the following issues: number of workers, number of staff and number of worker in the shop floor, number of machine and their respective sizes, scope, size and sequence of production. That should be, it is very important, sequence of production. And if there is sequence of production is very good, then the raw material enter at one side and exit the final product exit from the other side, and so that the flow is not hampering. So that sequencing of production is also very important, and the size of production and all these things. Also the number of tables, cabins, worker bench जो चाहिए हमको for the subfloor, it should be taken into account as while planning for the subfloor. Floor space arrangement, racks, pallets for storing raw materials, and the place work in progress (WIP). It is very important. Then floor space of racks for placing workers' tool, personal articles, and the safety protective equipments. Additional facilities such as eating space, restroom area, there is also you have to consider adequate space for the pathways, entry and exit routes to worker. So this entry or exit route for the workers should be different, for material should be different to avoid the crowding or to avoid the accident. Additional empty space for expansion. अगर फ्यूचर में हमारा प्लांट का वो एक्सपांड करना है तो एडिशनल ओपन स्पेस शुड बी देयर so that the proper planning and proper arrangement in later after the expansion should be provided. You can see here the objective of soft floor layout. So before that you can see the soft floor layout, uh, the purchase area, then raw material storage is there, then assembling area, worker area, and then it is going to the quality control and packing department, and then the warehouse where the delivery of the goods are done. So this incoming simple layout or generic layout for any type of factory, the raw material purchasing department, the storage of the raw material, and then releasing of the material at the shop floor where the work is actually going on, and then the final product is going to, for the packaging and the quality control. So these all activity are at the shop floor level. So they are we see the objectives, and this you can see the flow of the material, purchasing to the storage. From storage, the requirement is going for the work area where we are cutting, welding, placing, and other activities going on. And final product is going for the approval and for packaging for the quality control and packaging department. And after that, it is come to the warehouse where the material or final products are stored for the distribution or for the release. Then the objective, you can see that demark the entire shop floor area as per the tasks which are to be done there. So definitely while planning or for the layout, you have to check the where we the raw material will become, where the purchasing department and the storage of material is there, and the movement of the work area and the quality control and packaging should be uh, demarked and the shop floor area as per the different tasks. Help improve productivity of the workers. So definitely this, if you will make a proper layout, then it will help to improve the productivity of worker. If there is no trafficking, no movement restriction, and the flow of the raw material to the final product is smooth, then definitely it will increase your productivity. Help to maximize the use of tools and machineries. So proper layout also helps to maximize the use of tools and machineries and help better handling of machines and materials, because enough space are available for the maintenance and other activities to minimize the health and safety hazard. Uh, Definitely, if the proper layout is there and all safety precaution and measures are we are taking in the layout we are considering, then it will minimize the health and safety hazards and avoid the accidents, etc. It maximizes the utilization of space. Very good. If you are doing the planning before, then definitely it maximize your utilization space. It maximizes the inventory control of the shop floor. In total inventory control purchase to the sale, all the inventory control are very good if your layout of the shop floor are in the proper way. These all are the objectives of shop floor layout. So these are of the objectives, and these objectives should be fulfilled when you prepare a layout. Okay, so that will help you with the proper way of the software management and the flow of the materials and the final goods in a proper manner, and these objectives should be followed while planning at the shop floor. So this is the typical production space layout. Uh, a place for everything, everything in its place. So it is the words from the Benjamin Franklin. अगर प्लेस है सब चीज़ों के लिए, तो चीज़ें अपनी जगह पर ही रहेंगी, और चीज़ें अपनी जगह पर रहेंगी, उनको ढूंढना उनको आसान रहेगा, और हमारा जो टाइम है, जो टाइम हमारा लगने वाला है, कंज्यूम होने वाला है प्रोडक्शन में और मेंटेनेंस में, वो क्या होएगा, हमारा बचेगा, इट विल बी रिड्यूस. So that's why the typical production space layout, you can see here, one by one the different layouts are there. Here is the lathe machine, then the pilots, any raw materials are there. Here also the pilots are there, lathe machine are there. After working the template, it will come to the induction machine workspace, where then it will go to the strengthening machine, and their raw materials if required, the pellets are available near to them. So this process, then tools, threads, block, shells, so it is provided in the rack, you can see, is provided at the center place, and these tools are accessible to the lathe machine workers also, they access to the induction machine workers also, it access to the strengthening machine workers also, it access to the CNG machine workers also. Okay, and then lever, CNC machine, then all persons in the factory, they are available easily. So this layout, production space layout is very important uh, when you will design or when plan the layout of the your shop floor, because all the work is you are going on the shop floor, and their proper layout will help you to avoid uh, the crowding of the space and uh, flow of the work. And if this is in the proper manner, then your productivity will be fast, and you will able to produce large number. This management or objectives we have seen, and requirements we have seen to, to manage the physical resources or manpower resources in today's class. So it is very important in any type of industry, if it is done in the proper way, in proper manner, if each pupil or each part of your sections of your department, they will work together in a teamwork, and they will know their respective job and their respective locations and their restrictions and policies for working, then this will help to improve the productivity, and this will lead the success of your organization or the company, you may say. So that is the today's lecture. We have learned about the, there is some link, there is some terminology you can see, and I will share this presentation to you so that you can understand. So this, I think so. The today's lecture outcome, you will understand the role of supervising arranging the physical resources and so floor, and its importance, its objectives, all we have seen. Physical arrangement of resources at the shop floor, layout, consideration of production space layout, and then objective of the shop floor, uh, objectives of the shop floor, layout, and typical production space and space layout, and their typical plan. Also, we have seen for the reference. And you know that for every industry, every type of industry, their physical resources are different, their machinery sizes are different, the main power requirements are different. So today we have seen is how to manage, how to lay out a shop floor for the proper working or proper management, and the role of the supervisor for arranging these physical facilities at the shop floor. Also very important, the safety tools, also the restroom, also the kitchen or the lunchroom, etc. should be provided with all other activities, because these are the physical needs of the human being, and they are very important, so that if the mind of workers are stable, then work is also stable, and the production will be in the good direction, and the product will be good quality product, and the quantity as we need it, we will get it. So this we have seen today in today's class the uh, organization of human resources at the shop floor, and the role of supervisor in organizing human resources at the shop floor. This also we have seen, because all the activities generally at the shop floor is done by the human beings only. So this should be managed properly, and this is and the role of supervisor is very important to organize the human resources, the physical resources, etc. for the shop. So this chapter is, the planning at the supervisory level, and the organizing at the supervisory level we are studying. So you can understand this part of the section, and then we will see next. Uh, Whenever our lecture will be there, you should study well for. I have sent to you the MCQs questions. Also, I have given you the assignment. The last date of assignment is Friday, and uh, you should complete the assignment till tomorrow and submit as early as possible. It is possible to submit today. Anytime you can submit. It is uh, released on the Google Classroom. If anyone facing any problem, they will ask me on the chat box, or they will ask on WhatsApp group, or individually, as they think whatever suitable for them. So thank you for today's lecture. You have any doubt, you may ask with me. Otherwise, we will stop here. Any question? Anybody?